Hello everyone, my name is Matthew McCants. I am an application consultant here at Socius, and today I'll be walking you through the return process, or the RMA process in NetSuite. This video will serve as a guide for the customer side of things, as the vendor side mirrors this process. So in order to save time, I will show you the customer side of things. However, before we start, I want to kind of set the scene here. So a customer has called into our company and asked for some sort of refund or credit and to return this item because something's wrong with it. There's been something's damaged or isn't correct what they wanted originally. So we have a company have gone in, checked this item, checked the customer, kind of looking at their account and everything, and determined the best way to make this customer whole again is to issue a refund or credit by authorizing return as well and receiving that item back into inventory. So we have gone in, we have found Aaron Abbott, we have found their account, and we found that this invoice. We see that the invoice is open because the customer has not paid yet. So you will see that once you find that invoice, you will see this authorize return button. Again, this is a standard invoice, one item on there, 400 watts power supply, $109. So again, standard invoice in NetSuite. So we'll authorize this return. We will then be taken to a return authorization screen. A few things to mention here. The customer automatically populated from the invoice onto this return authorization. And also the status is pending approval. Now, depending on your personal business processes, this can be automatically in approval status or be routed to some sort of supervisor. Again, that's more of a custom kind of thing that depending on the client or customer needs. So many times we actually create approval workflows in our implementations. So we're on the return authorization. We see that's for $109. The item from the invoice has been populated down here, $109, same as amount on the invoice, and for that customer. So once you review all this information, you will click Save. Again, like I said, this is an approval, pending approval now. Depending on your personal processes, again, it can be automatically approved or sent to a supervisor. So I will approve this, kind of acting as that supervisor role, and then this is now a more the pending receipt status. Now this means that you've authorized this return and allowed the customer to actually return the item, and you're just waiting on this item to be returned. So once the item is actually returned back into your warehouse, we will actually click the Receive button. Then this will take you to an item receipt transaction. A few things to mention here. It shows you where it's created from, and it also shows you the customer here again, populated from that return authorization. As you see, NetSuite is very fluid, so if you follow the same process all the way through, a lot of the fields and processes will flow through as well. So it's a lot easier to navigate through the system and navigate through your transactions. So look down here, we'll see the item that we're receiving and the quantity. We want to make sure that the quantity you received is the quantity that is from that return authorization. You never know, the customer may send back units one by one or all at once. So we want to double check that there, and then we'll click Save. So now we have received the item and put it back into that location that we specified, and we then will do with the item and what the business processes allow. So you may need to transfer it to another bin or to another location. Many of our clients keep it into that return or non-compliance area until they've inspected it thoroughly in order to keep their quality very high. So once you've done all that and transferred it back into your bin, you are complete for the returns there for the item. Now, we have to go back in and make the customer whole by issuing some sort of credit or refund. So, we will then go into the return authorization. Again, this is back to the original return authorization we were there before. I used the recent records tab that many of our clients use, and I use a lot every day. Very useful. And you'll see it's in pending refund. So we will see then the item from the return authorization and the invoice back on here. So the same thing as we saw before, same amount. We'll click refund. Now this will go us back to the credit memo. This will give you a credit memo onto that customer account for the price that you specify here. Again, it could be a full amount here or any amount that you specify back onto that customer's account. Now, once you checked all this information is correct, you'll click Save, and then you'll see that it's open. Again, this will stay on that customer's Aaron Abbott's account until you do something with it. You can either use it to issue a refund here, and that'll go to the more of the cash refund or the method that you choose to issue a full refund there, or stay on the account for a further transaction. But after you completed the steps to make that customer whole again by either going through and just leaving that credit memo on the customer's account or issuing a full refund, you are complete with this process. If you have any questions at all, feel free to reach out to us at Socius and to learn more. Hopefully this was informative for all of you, and I hope you have a great day. Thank you.